Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Bongo Stewards, starring Gwen Baker, also starring Steve Tadman, with special guest star Mog,
Hello.
and me, Roger the announcer. Take it away, Gwen.
Thank you, Roger. Right, guys, we are way behind. Christmas happened. Technical issues happened. My life happened. And here we are trying to catch up. So we did a video, hour and 45, through all the incidents of Red Bull Ring, and I lost the video. So we've marked it all down. We've written what we need to say about it. So we're going to quickly go through it. It's a shame because there was a lot of learning to be had from our initial video, because we hashed it out and argued and agreed, then argued again, then agreed, and it would have been good for you all. So we'll try and get as much of that back on this video as possible, but I don't think it's going to be as full as the original video. Right, here we go. Can you all see the screen? Yeah, we all happy?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, could see it.
Right, I'm back in control. So this is race 1. What do we have as the first incident to look at?
Are you recording?
Yes,
Have enough space?
I am recording, and I have enough space on this hard drive. I have a terabyte. If we talk too long to fill this hard drive up, I'm quitting.
Well, if Mog will just control himself, we should be able to get through it.
Yeah, definitely. Is he
I'm
still
staying
there,
quiet.
Mark? Are you there?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm staying quiet because I think I was partly responsible.
The
Carry on.
It's a share of blame for everybody there. Right then, Mog, what did we have down for the first incident?
What are we looking at? The lap 1 incident?
Yeah.
Because that's right. So lap 1. Right.
get
I
that.
don't have time. I don't have the timestamps, but I've got the car numbers.
What? No timestamps? Okay.
It should be on the incident report, shouldn't it? At least the lap number.
No. These are where we just went
This is
through
the-
lap
yeah.
1, isn't it? We found
Yeah.
them.
Oh, we'll find it. It's only one lap, isn't it?
Yeah.
So first one is car number 447.
447. Where's that?
Causing collision and accelerated through the collision. So if I recall, that was the
Oh, yeah.
final corner, or was it the first corner?
It was the first corner.
It was either the first one or the last one, or one of the ones in between.
Well, that would be the whole entire lap.
It'll be on the lap somewhere.
It's either the first lap or the last.
Was that race 1 or
last-
race 2?
Race 1.
All right, come on, let's play it. Let's find out.
I'm excited.
Let's get. Here we go. Oh, I was up at corner 2, wasn't it?
Was this the incident involved Steve? Or was that another one?
I think that was a different one.
Yeah.
Turn 2.
Ah, yeah, it was the one involving Steve.
Ah, there we are. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Oh, how come Steve's not bright?
No, it's a different one. It's a different one.
It's a different one.
Oh, yeah, there's Steve up there.
Yeah.
Ah, this is where he went to Travis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And what was our thing? We argued about him.
For about an hour.
Yeah.
This was about
Oh, that was
looking,
this.
looking at the inputs, yeah,
Yeah,
because
we
he
did.
comes off the brake and then goes hard on the accelerator and tries to pinch that inside.
Right, okay, let's replay that.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
I thought that was the one involving Steve. You guys remember Steve quickly gets out of the way?
Yeah, you might be right, Roger. I don't really remember.
Yeah, it's come up the inside. 3 into 1. Oh, no. Yeah, she caught the back.
Just straightforward contact, isn't it? Yeah.
Almost slow.
Yeah, that other one, whole different situation.
Situation.
So this is basically a lap one.
This is
shouldn't
an
be happening.
unfortunate one, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
shouldn't be happening. Is what we said at the time, wasn't it? This is the whole point of doing this.
Yeah.
85%.
Yeah.
And what was our
Yeah,
adjudication?
basically. Well, who can remember? But basically, at that point, it seemed like the Porsche that was in front of him, he should have just kept pace with that car instead of trying to, because he had already slowed down. But then he decided he wanted to race. Watch, he's with that Porsche right there,
Yeah.
and he decided to keep going instead of just pacing it through the corner.
Yeah, he just got the accelerator a bit too early, didn't he?
The conclusion was causing the collision and accelerating through the collision as well. So after he hit, he's back on the throttle.
Yeah.
Right. Hit and run.
What was the penalties?
The penalty for that was 2 TP10s.
Ooh, TP10s. Yeah, that's correct. I remember.
I think there was a couple with 2 TP10s.
That poor Trav, dazed and confused.
Yeah, he did leave Trav all dazed and confused. And the main one from that is that what we're trying to do here for the viewers is we're trying to emphasise the driving at 85-90% on the first lap. And with the rule set the way it is, this is the only way that we can kind of come down hard. Is 2 TP10s.
Yeah. Can I just phrase it a little bit differently?
Yeah, it's not coming down hard. It's...
Just because I think the 80-90%, I think that's really difficult for somebody to gauge.
Yeah.
I think it comes more down to just having more respect for your fellow racers and just being like, okay, look, you're not going to win it right here.
Yeah.
Everybody's bunched up here. Let's all just be cool. If everybody thinks that way, then everybody makes it through there.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
This is it. We are community racing. We're not LFM. We're not public lobbies. If you want to come and race in a community, then you have to try and act with a bit of community spirit.
Yeah. The other point I made on the last video that isn't a video anymore is that you could end up with damage from somebody else's mishap that you've got to then carry with you until your pit stop.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not Travis, is it? It's Phil.
So it's not just spinning somebody around, is it?
No, that's it. Car 118 has got 45 minutes to do with maybe 5-10 seconds of damage. I don't know. We don't know. We can't never find that out. But that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, that was like 45 minutes quicker than the first time.
Well, but I don't think that was the one that we spent most of the time on.
It wasn't.
No, it's the next one.
There was a couple.
Come on in, Mark.
It's the next one. Car number 36 at this is the one of the final corner, carrying too much speed into the corner and not holding brakes post collision, which is a lovely turn of phrase by me.
Post collision.
Good job, Mog.
I'd shake your hand, Mog, if I was in front of you.
Thank you. I don't have any hands. I have my monkey.
Steve would shake more than that if he was in front of you, Mog, just for you.
Oh dear.
Yes, the conversation raged on a while about this one, and it is still a bit of a issue for Steve, I know, with the whole holding the brakes.
I backed down because it is a first lap.
Yes.
And just said, you're completely right, it's a first lap, and it should be throw the book at him.
No, and another part of the conversation was whether we think holding the brakes is correct or not. But where we came to at the conversation was we've told people to hold our brakes, so now we kind of have to stick to it. Whether or not, like, we'll watch it again. You can say that in this instance he was better off not holding the brakes because he rolls off the racing line, but then that one that goes behind, he almost caught him by not holding the brakes.
But then, as I said at the time, who chooses to drive off circuit?
Yeah.
It's a judgment call. It worked, but bottom line, it's lap one.
Just for Just for the viewers.
And it wasn't, in our opinion, at least me and Steve, in our opinion, it was not a good call for, I think it was Neesby to go off to the outside, out of bounds to go around, because he easily could have gone to the inside.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just trying
Was
to
it
get to the
Fergus?
point so people can see it.
I think it was
Well,
Fergus,
Casper.
wasn't it?
It's Fergus, yeah. So the result of that was
Fergus. Okay.
the result of that was 2 TP10s because the first part was carrying too much speed into the corner in the first place.
Yep.
And then the second
Lap
TP10 for not holding the brakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you really need to consider there are definitely certain turns on every track where it is the worst place you could possibly battle, and everybody knows it. So somebody has to give. It's not a place to try to battle. So that's
There's also contact with another car there as well.
Yeah.
Again, you know, you're causing another car to carry however many seconds of damage until it's pit stop.
That turn right there is hard enough for everybody to get right.
I find it easy. Not really.
But yeah, the initial
not dating.
incident, I'll show it again just for the viewers. We had a very long drawn out conversation whether holding the brakes was the right thing to do or not. We're in the middle of a season. At the end of the season, we're going to readdress the rule books. But we're only adjudicating on what we have and what everybody's already signed up to. We've screamed and shouted, we want you to hold your brakes. So that is the reason for the double TP10. First lap incident. And
go back one more time just on this, just real quickly, just to finish, because I think we can finish. Right, stop. Just go back a little bit and just stop. Go forward. I'll tell you when to stop. So I would say you can stop about now. Okay. So at this point, this car in the back has absolutely zero right at any point to even go for that turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
too far away.
You're too far away. You're already in the zone where the guy is where the guy in front of him is already on the line, just like everybody else in front of him.
Yep.
So you have no right to even go for that at that point.
But I don't think this was a lunge for position. His brakes are on. I just think he braked too late. Yeah. And then he's had to go the inside to avoid the back end of him, and then the curb's thrown him into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's difficult to tell, isn't it? Yeah.
Except he could hold, he could trail brake through this whole entire thing.
Yeah, he's panicked because he's broken too late. See, look, the car in front's brake lights are on. His are not.
Yep.
He hasn't braked yet.
Right.
So then he's panicked, and instead of coming off the brake pedal to trail brake, which is better, is more efficient, he's put his foot flat on the floor where he's then lost control. Curbs at him.
Right. What I'm saying is as he was coming down the dip there, he should have just trail braked through there.
Yeah.
That brake light should have never come off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're not here to discuss people's driving styles.
No. But that's not a driving style in that situation. In that situation, if what Gwen is saying is right and he panicked, well, then the smart move is to then hold your brake so you don't cause an accident.
Yeah.
Right? If you're like, oh shit, right here, then you hold your brake all the way through this turn, you let the guy in blue get ahead, and then you release.
Yeah. He's avoided the initial rear-ending him, and then I think the competitive side's kicked back in again, and he's tried to regain.
It's one of those, I've got this. No, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes.
Anyway, that's it. Right.
Just to reiterate, double TP10. You might be
Let's get to the fun stuff.
Sorry.
Because we have a couple fun ones coming up.
Yes. Fun is definitely on the cards. Go on.
Okay, next.
Remember, we have the one that's the accordion effect where we thought it was somebody's fault, but it clearly wasn't. It was actually way in front that the problem was.
Spoilers. Don't give them spoilers.
That's called foreshadowing.
Next, car number 55, turn 1, not giving enough room at T1.
Oh, this is it. This is the one, is it? So T1 lap one, yeah?
Yeah.
This is the one you just spoiled it, Rog.
Don't give it away.
Give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
So this is the warm-up lap. Let's go back a few cars so people can see it how we saw it.
This was the much deliberated, wasn't it?
This was the most deliberated.
One-off.
Because the initial incident is Mr. Hallis, isn't it? I think.
Right. Well, that's yes.
That's what we was first looking at, and then we.
Alice ends up. Well, you're making us give it away.
All right, let's just watch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Right, so now we got to break this down again.
Right. So first, before we even say anything, could anybody spot the culprit in this situation? That would be the question. Not for us, we know.
Yeah.
But it took us a second because we missed it at first.
Let's let me give the viewers a chance. Let's put it on slow mo and play it through. I think all the participants in this is simply an in shot. So there's the first contact, there's the second contact, third contact, fourth contact. Yeah? So let me point it out for the viewers. So we initially thought, what was it, Fipsy by here? Fipsy is the first person to contact with Mr. Foster. By there. Mr. Foster then gets a little jerk and gets sent into the back of... Who's that?
Girl.
I don't know who that is.
I know you're really far away. Can't see.
And then whoever that is goes into the back of Mr. Hallis, who then goes into Mr. Hofbauer on the apex.
And then Hallis gets turned.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the incident, so you think. But if we go back and go on... Oh, we don't need that camera. This camera will do. This is who we adjudicated as... I gotta stop using that word. Sorry, people. This is the one that we decided was the actual reason. The cause. So, for the viewers, bar for this one by here, most people are staying and keeping the side by side, the two lanes.
This came down to not allowing enough space.
Yes, this is the first lap, and this is why we've gone this way. So this is the first lap on the first race, first corner. And I've said it before, I would like to see everybody keep double file until at least you've come past the apex of the first corner and then start filtering in. In real life, we're racing, somebody will get a better start than somebody else, and that's not going to happen. But we want to try and push this community spirit. Let's give them the first lap, then start racing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let me come back out a bit more.
Yeah, and also I think people need to keep something in mind always, and that is, every track has things that specifically that you have to do. Okay, you're not always in a position to do it, of course, when you're racing, but everybody knows the ideal, the most optimal place to be. So here at turn 1, the optimal place is as you start going up this left side, you want to get out over the rumble strip. You go all the way down that line as far wide left as you can go without being out of bounds. And then you start braking either the 100 or the 50, depending on how good at braking you are, and you start to work your way into that tricky uphill bend.
Yes.
Okay? And I think it's important to keep that in mind because that's where you ultimately want to be. Okay.
So we go here. You can see Mr. Hoffbauer just by coming, what is it, a car width, maybe a little bit more than a car width, out inside from his racing line, you know, keeping the... What am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Keeping it double file. He's put pressure on Mr. Harris. He's put the squeeze on him, and because of the accordion behind is why this incident has caused Mr. Harris to have the spin.
Yeah, but there's more to it. So go back just a little bit. Okay, so once their axles, once Jonathan's front axle is aligned with Rick's rear axle, he's now entitled to that width, that car's width. Maybe not right here, but at this point,
yeah, as soon as the brakes are applied,
at this point right here, we're approaching the corner. So he has the right to that.
Yeah.
And what happens is, and this is the part we had to really look at. I'm just going to do it quickly because we did this for a while. Stop. That was very delayed. Stop. Go back.
He basically gets attacked from behind and sends him forward without
No,
control.
that's not what happens. Not yet. Hold on. Ready? Okay. So initially he made a little bit of a braking there, but then he saw it was still open. And then Rick started to close the line there instead of giving him the width. So what happened was Jonathan decided he's not going to get himself into a mess going into this front corner. He'll give it up to Rick. Rick closed the door, which he wasn't supposed to do. But right now, see, he sees him closing it. He's like, all right, forget it. I'm going to back out.
Yeah.
And when he backs out, he gets hit from behind at that point. So he made the smart decision to back out instead of being cut off and probably hit right there.
Yeah.
But that causes everything down the line at this point.
Yeah. And there
So
on the apex, see, it's very unfortunate because he has tried to give Jonathan room. But if Jonathan goes any more on the inside, he's on the yellow and the two of them are gone. So Jonathan's got nowhere else to go.
Well, who tried to give Jonathan room?
Rick.
Rick didn't try to give Jonathan room.
Well,
Rick
I think
closed
he
the
has.
door.
I think he's tried to give him room, but
he's not on the apex.
He's misjudged it and just put
he's
too
left.
much of a squeeze on. Well, he didn't put too much of a squeeze on. His squeeze had worked. It's just the tap that Jonathan had from behind
Sends him into a gap that was always closing.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, Jonathan gets it. John wasn't going for it. John stopped, but he got hit.
Yeah.
Exactly. But this was my argument at the time, is that it's not completely on the red car, but as everybody said, it's because he squeezed Jonathan in the Porsche in the first place. That's why it happened. And again, it's the first lap.
Yes.
Exactly. It's not all on Rick, but Rick did have plenty of room on the left, and he just had so much track to work with.
Yes.
So that's why it just needs to be a little bit more. It just needs to be a little more respectful. That's it. I mean, it's a racing incident in the end, I think.
Just giving everybody
But
the overhead so you can see
that.
it all happening.
Yeah.
Like these tapping each other wouldn't have caused any issues. The tap on Jonathan after he'd braked because he'd been squeezed by Rick.
Yep.
So what was our decision on that one? Mog? It's got to be a double TP10 again, is it? I can't remember.
This was TP10.
Single
just
TP10.
one.
Just the one.
Yep.
Yeah, so that would have been a racing incident warning, but because it's lap one, turn one, we're trying to emphasize the let's everybody get round. We're at TP.
Next.
Wow. The next was the next turn, right? And that was where Steve was he wasn't the person involved, but he was the
Victim.
reason that the guy panicked and caused the accident.
All right, car number 8.
Car number 8. Yeah, Mr. Samson. Yeah. Samson. Oh, wait, I'm on slow-mo.
You call me?
It was turn 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's turn 2.
Let's watch it.
He does a little
Race
panic,
pace then.
and shifts real quick, and it causes this guy to panic.
But instead of giving it up, he still goes for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's go back a few.
Exactly.
We realised
On
he was still accelerating as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing. On this guy, we needed to go on his inputs, and we saw that he really made no attempt to.
So you've had all that happen over there. Steve has avoided that one. He's avoided it as well, and then still gone for it. And the yellow.
It
Curve.
tried going up the inside for an overtake on a bit of land that was really too small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just he questioned himself too many times. Right there, he should have just stayed on the brakes, and he's like, "Yeah, maybe not, maybe not. I release again, and then I'll go on the brake, and then he hit that curb, and that curb.
Yeah,
through.
He could have still got up and gone side by side, but not necessarily tried to make the overtake.
Yes,
You could still sit on the inside of someone and make them drive wide.
Yeah, because the point is, do you have the right to the corner in the braking zone? So. Braking lights, no axle overlap. So this is Steve's corner.
I kind of feel a little bit in this situation because there is a big gap there, isn't there? But like here now,
just the angle's too acute,
stop.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it should be complete and utter stop. Let Steve go by effectively and judge the amount of space that you're being left by the person that's on the correct trajectory.
Yeah, the only way he's making this now is by ripping the handbrake and getting round. Which,
yeah, he would have had to have that yellow curb directly under the whole middle of his car if he was going to make it.
Yeah.
Not on the right side of his car.
And again, for me, Steve would have been carrying damage after that. And that's the bit that bugs me.
Yeah. Especially this track, that one.
Yeah. So what was the penalty?
Penalty was TP10.
TP10.
Nice and straightforward.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's it.
That's all of lap 1, race 1, yeah?
Yep. So what do you want to do? Do you want to go to lap 1, race 2, or do you want to go through?
Let's do lap 1, race 2. Do it in order as it happened.
Right.
Is that what we're going to do? Yeah.
Yep.
As opposed to looking at the actual incident reports that came in.
Let's do lap 1 first. Get it out of the way.
Copy that.
So we haven't done that yet, have we? We need to.
Yep.
Hang on. I've jumped the gun.
What do you mean?
We haven't done the race 1 instance. We've only done lap 1, haven't we?
Yeah.
Let's do the race 1 instance. I do apologise, Mog. I get what you're saying now.
That's all right.
I was forgetting that.
I thought you'd orgasmed or something, then.
I did.
Yeah, as well. Go.
You should have seen my face.
I'm glad we didn't.
I wasn't even going to comment. I was just going to leave it alone.
Okay. Right. Let me. So look.
I'm like, yeah, let's go with Steve's logic.
That's no logic.
Right then. This is so I got race 2.
Race 1.
Hang on, I'm looking. Reverse grid race, that's race 2. Reverse grid race, that's race 2. So it doesn't say on this one. Lap number of incident. 6. Right, all the incident reports that came in are for race 2.
Right.
So there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
So I was right without
Steve, but you was right.
I was right without even knowing it.
There you go.
I'm sure that happens quite a lot for you, does he?
Very rarely, to be honest.
Right then, Red Bull Ring.
Race 2.
Race 2. This one.
That's the kiddie, as Jimmy and Ralph used to say.
Okay then, so we've got to tackle this by looking at lap
Okay,
one.
so yeah, the lap 1 incidents.
Yep.
Now, it looks like we only did the start. I'm not sure if we went through the whole of lap 1 because
Yeah.
I've got four
No.
four
We-
TP10
I'll be right back.
incidents, all for invalid start procedure.
Right. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
there was somebody that went gung ho from the back, wasn't there?
There's 4 of them.
Yes.
55, car 174, car 123, and car 18, all the same.
174.
Sorry, car 55 first, Gwen.
Crotch shot. Crotch shot. Oh, where's that?
Ooh, helmet. Look at his helmet.
Let's all have a look at
Let's.
the kerfuffle at the beginning. Then we can.
This
pick
was
it
a
apart.
basic accidental. I'm not playing by the rules.
Yeah, this was because this is only the second race for a lot of people, and they're still
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
used to
Yeah.
the whole start.
The start procedure.
Gone too far.
You know what I'm having right now?
Uh-huh.
A powdered donut.
Powdered donut.
That just
Oh my
sounds like
God.
a euphemism.
Right, do we need to talk about the powdered donut, or can we go?
Let us go.
No, you can go. I just wanted to share with you.
Oh, what am I doing?
Thank you, Richard.
I was coming round from that one. Right, sorry. Right, here we go. Let's go back a bit. Let's watch it, and then we'll pick it apart.
Who's this report from?
No, this is us just going through lap 1. And there was a bunch of people that didn't get the, as you can see there, the whole
memo.
pit limiter and
Oh, I remember this.
It looks like he may have been trying to get into his actual start position and just got a bit confused. It's just confusion over the start procedures. Yeah, there's 4 of them.
back far enough, did I? Really? I need to go back another car or two.
R55 we're looking at, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see it from the actual back of the grid. Here we go. So there's people not keeping up. So that's got to be the first one, is it? Is that the first? Because he's out of place there, which have caused other people to then try and catch up. And then you've obviously got the pit limiter mistakes. Instant here. Yeah, it's been a mess. Right, so who are you saying? Car 55.
Car 55, car 174, car 123,
Rick.
and car 18.
Rick again. So we're coming around. We don't get to see when the light goes green, do we?
Nope.
We can kind of see it, yeah. There you go. So there's 1, 2 taps. He's taking 3, 4, and then he's realised. Yes, right, okay. So what was that? That was a TP10, I take it?
TP10, yeah. Next one was car number 174. Same issue.
Same issue. 7-4. Where is he?
174. H. Williams.
H. Williams. There we go. Let's look.
And we said a ban for car 17, didn't we? For no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 4-race ban.
Yeah, 4-race ban. But the problem is that they've already had those 4 races because we've been so long bringing this out.
Yeah. I think that was exceeding the man boob limit.
It was. Oh, and growing a beard.
The growing with the beard's okay. It's the leaving it full of
Is it?
yesterday's dinner is the problem.
But is it though?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just mistimed.
Uh-huh. And the next one is 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, Mr.
Hang on.
Crosby.
What's the penalty? Oh, these are all TP10s.
These are all TP10s. It's just a misunderstanding of the start procedure. That's all. I think
Yeah.
it's no.
Yeah, I'm just putting it on screen so people can see why they've got a penalty. And I think this is the main culprit for a bit of the confusion. See, he's not. You've got to bunch up. You've got. Even though we're doing this crazy pit lane thing to start with, you need to be on the back of the person in front.
Yeah, this is a majority of people. I just don't understand. I don't understand what people don't understand about be directly at the bumper
You
of
need
the
to be
car that
right
you
there.
are behind.
Mr. Crosby, if you're watching, by there. That's where you should have been.
By there,
Exactly.
but
Right by there, but down there you want to be,
The
but
cars are supposed to be. The cars are supposed to be
over
bunched
there.
up.
down by there, but that's where all the action is. See?
Yeah. Bit forward, but in a minute, right?
I'm
Tidy.
lost.
And who's the next one?
The next one is number 18.
Number 18, Young. Yes, I haven't updated my liveries. Sorry, people.
Start.
Yeah. So my question is this. Stop for 1 second.
Sorry.
So is somebody, two cars supposed to be in front of him that have disappeared and he's just keeping his position? Or is he just leaving himself a tremendous gap so he could just floor it and have nobody in front of him to slow him down?
I think he's not seeing the people by the side of him, and maybe that's confused him again. Mr. Crosby should be by there, and then whoever's behind Mr. Crosby should be by there, and then by there, and but do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know whether that is what it is, but that's what I'm guessing. Because he's got these cars by the side of him as he comes around the corner, and then they're not there anymore. So has he questioned himself when he's actually in the right? Is that why he's left such a gap? Just to reiterate to anybody watching, in these races, you need to be right up there.
Exactly. Don't be, when it comes to proper position, don't be courteous of the guys next to you. Get all the way up behind the car you're supposed to be behind. Their job is to get up in their position. And if they're not, they're lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Fundamentally, if anybody's new to the championship, watch one of the very recent races.
No, don't say that, because last night there were some people that did exactly the same thing again.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
Because we haven't put this informative training video out there for them, have we?
Yeah.
In that case, read the rules and watch a few streams beforehand and listen to what's being said.
Yes. This is the problem. A lot of people, again, last night I saw at the race, on the grid, they're in the race, they're in the Discord channel, but they're deafened and muted. So how are you going to get any instructions that are being given to you if you've deafened yourself and muted yourself? Like, there isn't a request for everybody to be in the Discord just so Robin could be a megalomaniac and make everybody listen to him. There's a reason for it. You're there to listen to the instructions to stop things like this from happening.
I think that will be a prerequisite in the new rules as well.
It absolutely will.
Yes, part of the new rules will be if your mic's not on and you're not listening, you're not starting the race.
Yeah. If you're a streamer, that's fine, but you can go switch your channel after you've started the race.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or figure out a way to make sure that it's live all the time.
Right. So that's as far as we got, was it?
That's as far as we got. I'm not sure if we did the rest of lap 1 and there were no incidents. Let's hope that's the case.
I don't think that is the case. I think the conversation that we just kind of had as well, that we had the first time round, took about 30 minutes. And that's what killed my hard drive.
There we go.
So we're going to have to follow somebody. Gotcha. And find out where all the incidents are. And I don't like how much emphasis I put on the word "or" because I know there's a few. Why is this taking so long? So, do we need to
I
go?
also think in a case like last night, for example, that we need to, and I kept putting it in capital letters, thing after thing with the rain like that, is that the cars all should have stayed double file throughout the entire outlap. As soon as they switch to single file and can't see anything anymore, everybody's losing their positions. They're forgetting they can't see.
Yeah.
Stay right behind the car in front of you. Go at a slow pace. Everybody.
But then, so we've got to do the investigation now. We've got to go round the lap and find all the incidents. So we've done all the start line ones, haven't we?
All right.
Well, we've done all the start line ones with the people at the back. We don't really know what happened at the front. Get away okay. Let me see. We've got a bit of eyes there.
I thought the Mustang came tearing through.
He does, yeah.
Maybe he did. But I think that's after the lights.
Yeah,
It was
it is
time to
after the
switch the
lights.
pit limit.
Didn't really come tearing through. There's just a bunch of people that didn't take their pit limiter off at the right time. But that looked like everybody got through, didn't it? Turn one?
Yeah, well, I remember us saying something there. Go back to that turn one. I remember us saying that that Foster overtook or kept the position after going completely off track to go around that car right there. If that's Foster, I don't know who the yellow car. That yellow car. Watch, he goes completely out of bounds. We know how tight this boundary is right here.
Yes.
That's completely out of bounds, and then stayed ahead of the car.
Yes.
Didn't give the position back.
Didn't give the position back. That's what we're ready to do.
Can't do that.
Yeah, that's another Watkins Glen first corner, isn't it? He's outbraked himself, gone completely wide, and yeah. So do we even need to look at that again? We just
No,
TP10?
No, there's no question on it.
Yeah.
it's extremely clear, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't
So
do
what's
that.
what's the car number?
Mr. Foster, 28.
Oh, hang on. I'm using a Mac. Oh shit.
Why? What do you want? Roman numerals?
No, I just need a hash.
Un, dau,
tag.
tri, pedwar, pum, chwech, na? What do you want?
No 7 or 8 going now?
No, that's as far as I go.
Oh, fucking hell. Bear with me a sec.
My daughter's only 8. She hasn't got that far through yet. Like
Right, what was it? Sorry, what was the car number?
28.
Oh my
20, 28.
TB10
Overtaking off track.
and not
All right.
giving the position back.
Right, TP10. Overtaking off track. Are we saying that?
Well, keeping position off track. He didn't really overtake. He was already in front.
Right.
But he's completely off
Good
track.
The only reason he's kept the position is because he went off track.
Yeah, he wouldn't have kept it if he'd stayed.
Right, I'm with you. After. Off track. Keeping illegitimate position. That's a good word.
It was a bit of a
I'm gonna
bump.
use that. Illegitimate. Nice. No.
That's nothing. That's
Is this lap one?
yes. I was just looking up here.
Ah, great.
Thing is now, I'm just giving Mr. Foster one for keeping a position off track. What do you think about this one?
He was nudged.
Yeah, I suppose.
Kind of racing incident or warning for the car that nudged him. It's lap one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is that a TP10? Again, the first lap, potential damage that's going to be carried by the other car until the end of the race in this situation.
This isn't lap one.
What?
This isn't lap one. Aren't we, isn't this already like we're going into the?
No, lap one. Look
Well,
down here.
Yeah,
Lap
Go,
one.
lap one.
Yeah, lap one, yeah.
we've not clicked over to lap two yet.
Turn 2, lap 1.
Oh, I thought we were at turn 1. Sorry. Only just glanced up.
Top rail.
Who is that? So we're on Mr. Manoram. It's all the Ferraris. Oh, they're all at a place, aren't they, on the leaderboard because
Zoom in to see a number on the door.
Rick is the red one. The red that's on the left. Rick Hoffbauer is the one that's on the left, I believe.
So car 55
55.
hits.
He's the one that gets nudged.
no, he's the one
He
doing the
gets nudged
nudging.
by oh yeah.
Let me
Wait a
just
minute.
go to
Let's see.
55. There we go. This is that's with Robin.
No. He didn't do the nudging.
He did.
Robin, I think Robin just came a little wide and kind of almost pushed him.
No, if you look at it from above, so Robin deserves to be there.
Oh, wait there. Wrong car, wrong camera. There we go. That'll do. Little tap
Nudge.
there.
That's not Robin. That's Hooligan or whatever his name is.
Who are we on board with?
We're on board with
Oh, it's Mr.
we were
Johan.
with Rick.
It's Johan. Because he had the bongo livery on, I thought it was Robin. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Are we happy with who it is?
Yeah, go back a little bit right into the turn again, just one more time. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Hold on. Go back just a hair further.
Don't make this long.
I'm not. I just want to keep in mind one thing. Stop right now. Oh, right before that. Yeah. So just a hair before that, a couple feet. So, I was saying earlier about, being on that left side for coming up on that turn, and that these are extreme, like, left. So in this case, Rick stays all the way to the left here, as wide as you can go. And still the car on the right of him nudges even further left again right before he gets himself into position, which is why they touch right here, or why Rick has to quick brake. Watch.
Yeah, well, there's
it doesn't matter in the end. I'm just saying, though.
Yeah, there's no brakes here yet. Right, now brakes are on. What are we saying, Rog?
What I'm saying is the car on the right his angle is to the left here. He's still going while Rick is all the way out there. This guy's still pushing left even further, so it causes Rick to have to brake right there.
Yeah, but they're both
lift.
on the brake.
He did something.
Yeah,
he did something that made him drastically change speed there. And then he just carried the better speed into this turn, and that guy was there where he didn't carry it because he lunged.
He didn't. He was covering the inside where he already was. He was entitled to be there.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, it's just a bit of.
I'm just saying that's a perfect example, though, of that guy who was in the front through his aggressive moves.
Yeah,
really caused the incident to happen.
Yeah.
So you think the Bongo livery car caused the incident?
Yes, I do.
He's moved under braking, hasn't he? He's moved back over. He's done a fucking Max Verstappen.
But he's still left space. But he's still left space. They've not made contact, so it's tight.
Yeah.
I think that we're not professional race car drivers, but try to do things,
This is still
super hot,
isn't it?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Have to try and be predictable up one, turn one. So I'm kind of with Roger on that.
Yeah.
It's about being predictable, about being.
That's fair, but my point is.
But there's still contact.
Yeah.
There's still contact after the apex.
Yeah.
So
after the apex, 55 could have prevented.
Yeah, you don't have to drive at your normal pace when there's a car in front of you if you think there's a possibility of hitting them.
Yeah.
So he's compromised. I mean,
but he did.
In all fairness, I sort of see it as a racing incident, but it's
absolutely, yeah. What about a warning for both?
Yes.
But it's lap 1 though. That's the problem. This is what we had last time.
Yeah.
It is a warning in the race, but lap 1 it's not.
Yeah.
So it should follow with everything else with the TP10.
Yes.
I mean, if it wasn't lap 1, then I would go with no warning. That's just a racing incident.
Yes.
Even that,
So,
yeah.
So it is lap 1.
It,
Therefore, a warning.
A warning for both of them. Yeah, I think Mog's spot on there.
But it is lap 1.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Before, when we upgraded from warnings to TP10s, is because the incident would have warranted a warning, but because it's lap 1, we've upgraded it to a TP10. This would have been a racing incident, so no warning, and we're upgrading it to a warning for both of them. Yeah?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, because for me personally, I don't see Rick as being the problem in this situation.
No.
I see Rick making every effort to actually avoid it. Even when he had the better line going through the turn, he still hit his brake again.
Yes. Let's Steve see that again. I don't think Steve's seen that. I think Steve thinks that he's continued his driving and caused the accident.
He has a
He's
great
come off
turn
the brake there, and then he braked again.
And braked again because the guy kept drifting over. And that guy did not have a good line.
For Rick to be getting a TP10 for that incident, I'd have had to see no brake lights and him accelerating through.
This is what I'm struggling to understand. You've got a car on the inside of you. Naturally, they're going to be compromised on their exit. Naturally, you're going to try and capitalise on that.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you drive into the back of someone because you expect them to be faster than they are. If you expect that car to be faster now or as fast as you're asking for a penalty because you're just going to hit them like he did.
Yes.
That to me is first lap TP10.
Calm down, Rog.
You're saying
let me deal with this. Let me deal with this. Calm down. You are completely correct, Steve. Yeah?
Yeah.
But he does show an effort to avoid it. We are not amazing professional drivers. He mistakenly braked a little bit too late. Reaction time. But he does try to brake to avoid hitting Johan.
I'm sorry. I know if a car's on the inside of me, they're going to be slower exiting.
Yeah.
So
completely.
You need to be more aware of the speed of people around you in those situations. I'm not picking on him for it or anything, like we say.
But watch,
during a race, warning or racing incident.
Watch his lights. Watch his inputs. Yeah. I'm not going to defend the undefendable, but he's attempted to avoid this position. He's just unfortunately avoided it a little bit too late. So he's come off. Right, I'm going to have this. Then he's realised, no, I'm not going to have this.
So that
could have been a much worse incident. He could have spun Johan up into the barrier on the left-hand side if he'd have carried on.
So this car that we're on board with now, he made the mistake, yeah?
See, I can't let Steve get away with that. I'm sorry. Steve's
I think it's just there's two incidents, yeah. So the first incident is Johan on the inside being over aggressive and squeezing too much, and then there's a second incident where Rick hits him from behind. So it's two separate incidents.
Yes,
and not only that, but let's go back to that whole beginning of the turn. Rick is braking in a perfect straight line. This guy is braking and moving he's changing his position. He's moving to the inside to still try to get there. So really, who causes this? He's insistent on blaming Rick, but Rick isn't. Look at this guy. Look at this. Guy put himself in the position. He caused this whole thing. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay.
He caused
this red car was on circuit, didn't once go off circuit. They didn't make contact prior to the corner entry.
Yeah.
I can't see an issue with that. If you're going to give somebody a little bit of a squeeze without contact, just to make sure that they don't capitalise on the corner in any way, shape or form, I don't see an issue with that. I see an issue with contact.
Yeah, but your point there,
but contact
Steve,
is caused. The reason the contact happens.
We did this last time, and I said, what was the knock-on effect of something else, and everybody said no.
No.
So,
there's knock-on effects, but the point I'm trying to make is we're giving him, we're penalising him, like he's getting a penalty for it, but it only deserves a warning. It would have been a racing incident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. because
can't see how you can do everything. I can't see how you can do every other incident on lap 1 where there's contact that may compromise somebody else's race. The car in front of it in this situation with damage. Probably not that much in this instance, but I can't see how you can give TP10s to everybody else who's either makes mistakes or is aggressive, and not this one.
Well, I think we're going to, but I think that it warrants an explanation. In my opinion, it warrants an explanation to Rick. I think to Rick, in all fairness to Rick, that I think Rick didn't really do anything wrong here, and this would have been a racing incident because he did everything he could. The other guy put himself in the position and
all of that. I know. Forget all of that. We're not talking about a race. We're doing lap 1.
I understand that, but I think it's important to explain it, though. I'm with you. It's turn 1, and I mean it's lap 1, and everybody gets it no matter what. Sorry, but I just want there to be an explanation so they understand.
He's attempted to avoid hitting the back of him.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that
he's
completely.
Just mistakenly braked milliseconds too late.
Yeah, which is down to him.
Yes, it is down to him. And I want to give him a warning for it.
I don't think it's so much that he
I don't think it warrants a TP10.
I think that car came over more than he anticipated the car was going to come over.
It's that corner again, like with Stee in the first race. He's got unsettled from the camber, jumped across.
Mm-hmm.
I think on Rick's line there, I think Rick thinks he's going to go alongside
on the correct line.
I think
Rick's on the correct line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you've got a car and you're inside, you know they're going to be slow out of the corner. So you make allowances for that.
He did make allowances. This is the point I'm trying to make.
But not enough. Not enough because he's hit the car.
Yes.
That's Johan? Is that what you're saying his name is?
Yeah, Johan.
Okay, so I just think go back one more time, get back out of the car. Let's just do this one more time, and then we're done with it because we already decided. But I just want to make a point here. Okay.
How far do you want to go?
Just a little bit further till they're side by side.
I'll start thinking about putting the Christmas tree up again.
No, stop it. Okay, right here is fine. Right here is fine. Okay, so here's what I say. If you got two really good drivers here, okay, both of them would brake in a straight line going down that, and both of them would be side by side and get through this cleanly, no incident, no touching at all, if they both knew what they were doing. But the guy on the inside was braking and drifting to the right, which is totally offline, and then he has to straight angle it instead of following the bend like Rick's doing. If they were side by side braking in a straight line, that was perfect. And that's the way you race.
Yeah. Yeah. If Johan had stuck to the side of Rick a bit better, from here on, he's just turned in too early.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's it. That's just for people to understand. If you were to watch two professional racers in real life do it, they would have been trail braking side by side, and they both would have made it through that turn super fast.
Gone side by
and
side.
the line that Rick
side
was taking, like I said, from this angle, I think Rick thinks he's going to come out of this corner by here, on the left-hand side of him.
That's completely... I would have gone underneath him.
Yeah.
There's a car on the inside.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. If you can't plan ahead and you make contact, it's your fault. Admittedly, I'm kind of looking more and more at the other car, thinking what happened there? That was quite a big squeeze coming up to the braking area, and you kind of think to yourself, "Are we looking at this whole?"
And then
are we looking at this? This all started with a squeeze.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was. I don't think the squeeze isn't worthy of anything other than really hard racing, but no contact.
Yeah.
Nobody went off track. Nobody was forced off.
Yep. We're all in agreement on that. The only thing.
Hold on, it's lap 1.
Yeah, there's lap 1. So therefore,
should you be squeezing somebody that heavily on lap 1? No.
That's what we're saying. So we're saying overly aggressive and squeezing. So it would have been a racing incident. Both of these incidents would have been racing incidents, but because it's lap 1, turn 1, we're going to upgrade it to a warning, which is the next step up.
I'm just letting that sizzle a minute. Let it sit in. Let it sit.
Yeah, I kind of just go back to what I was saying before. I don't think it's in our nature to go 80% or 90%. It's a race.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's more about being respectful. And if
Yeah.
you think you're that good, then make sure you do everything right. And if not, you're going to be penalized.
Yep.
Period.
That's it. Unfortunately, Steve, we've had this conversation. We're stuck with the rule set that these guys have signed up to.
Yeah. So what we doing on lap 1 then? What we do with lap 1 incidents? Are they getting? Is this one going to get a TP10?
It's because we're saying that both of these incidents would have been racing incidents were it not lap 1. Then I think because it would have been a racing incident, then it would be fair just to upgrade it 1 step instead of 2 steps.
Yeah.
So
But we haven't
to-
upgraded anything 2 steps previously. All the other incidents we've given TP10s to would have been warnings instead of just racing incidents. Yeah? I think
Right.
this is the problem
Right.
now. Steve, you need to get it into your head. This is the structure. So the first one is a racing incident, next one's a warning, next one's a TP10s. All the people that have had TP10s or double TP10s, those incidents would have been a warning and a TP10, or a TP10 and a warning and now upgraded to a TP10.
Okay. What are these 2 guys getting?
Both getting a warning.
Right. Okay. So
Okay.
they're not going to learn from being too aggressive on lap 1, which is the whole point. We were talking about doing the TP10s on lap 1.
Yeah,
I think if they
right.
listen to this conversation and they listen to any of the conversations we've had about all the other ones, I think they absolutely will learn.
Yes.
Rick's already been penalized.
The
Heavily.
learning doesn't come just from punishment. The learning comes from us 4 having this discussion. If these guys haven't watched it, then that's up to them. But, you know, and a warning isn't a little enough of a punishment for it to not be anything. Like at any point during the rest of this season, if these guys have a clean season and then have like a couple more warnings, we could then, you know, look at this as, well, we've put the shot across your bow, you didn't listen, now you're going to get a race ban or a TP20 or whatever. You know what I mean? But just keep in line with what rules we have. I think that was a racing incident. We've upgraded them to warnings.
I mean, it is about the structure as well of what the implications of the penalties are. And at this point in time, these are the implications. Now, moving forward, then as Gwyn was suggesting, maybe it would be a good idea for us to keep like a log of who's been warned, like how many warnings people have had, and then we can take that into consideration if it happens in subsequent races.
Exactly,
Agreed.
which is why Magnussen got a race ban in last season in F1.
Yeah, it's totting up, isn't it? Is that enough? Is that enough to soothe you into the correct frame of mind, Steve?
Look at me.
Yeah.
No, I'll have to disagree, but I do listen to what you're saying.
And we are on an hour and 3 minutes.
So let's go with the majority then, yeah? So
I think we'll have to.
Right,
yeah, okay. Warning
You have
for
been
car
heard,
50,
but
car 55 and car, is it 655? Can you
666. Johan and Hoffbauer.
666.
The long and short of it, Steve, is you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But you're not. But you're not right.
We're hands are tied. And I've just noticed that my replay ends on lap 4. Why?
Why?
Oh,
It didn't just now, I don't think.
that's not good. Oh,
Is it the right race, Quinn?
No, this person that I'm on, Mr. Hotbow, must have quit out after lap 4.
Ah, right.
Okay, so
Right, give him a TP30 then.
So we'll follow this one through just because we can see a couple of cars, just to see if there's any more incidents.
Well, I wonder if Rick had an incident that made him quit at the end.
Well, maybe, but we're just doing that one and reported incidents. If somebody hasn't reported the incident, then we can't do a lot, can we?
Oh, yeah, okay. Those tight, these 3 cars.
As soon as he crosses this line, we don't care what happens. Enjoy it.
Okay.
Right, so we didn't see anything there, did we?
Oh, there's the.
Oh, we did.
No, but this is lap 2 now.
Yeah,
this is lap 2. So
what-
if that incident hasn't been reported, then we can't look at it.
what we need to do is who's at the back? Mr.
All right, guys.
Garnham.
You Stuart.
Go back to. This is the problem. The time it takes, isn't it? It's discovering where all the lap 1 incidents are. We did this group, didn't we? We need to go with this group. Am I correct? Am I wrong? I think I'm wrong now.
Look, so Hofbauer and that lot would have been at the back. So you want to be looking at the guys in the front, yeah?
Yeah, but
Because this
we need to
is
see
the
if
second
anything
race.
happens
It's
with-
reverse grid.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, these guys were behind the camera that we just took to the end of this lap. So we just need to see if anything happens with these. No. Nothing's happened with them. Get what I'm saying?
Aye.
Something happened right there with Foster.
I know, but it
this is
depends
lap
whether
2.
it's lap 2,
This is lap 2 now.
and it depends whether it's been
Oh,
reported or not.
So we're just trying to clear up. So now we need to get on the back of first group. Would be not far enough. Samsung, is that Mr.? Get out of there. Yes, this is the first group. And I don't think I want to be that far away, do I? Sorry, people. Ah, no, there's one more. Mank. No, that was wrong. Who are we trying to follow?
You said Paul Garnham, you were trying to get all the way to the back.
No, we did that. I just did that.
Yeah, we want to be at the front
I
now,
want to
yeah?
be on the front group, but who's the last person? This isn't updated correctly, is it? So who's that behind Jacko? Samson? No, he's... Yeah, this is freaking me out now because... Bloody board hasn't updated. Right, there we go. Who's this? Kieran. So if we go back to the start...
Arthur
Wow.
McGuckin.
That was too far. Pardon?
I said Arthur McGuckin.
Right, here we go. This should be the warm-up lap. We don't need it for speed. Is this the warm-up lap now? No, this is that one, isn't it? So, here we go. We got there in the end. It was fun to be warm.
When we're looking at it like this, this looks like a modern version of Super Sprint from when we were kids at the arcade.
4x4 off-road.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Was that contact?
We want to look at that one, yeah?
Yeah.
Racing incident.
Who is that with? That is with our cameraman, isn't it? Is that Mickey? Oh my god, I jumped back in that one. Oh, I do completely apologise for this camera work, people.
To think that your camera work is better than Robin's, and it's still bad.
Right, here we go.
That just goes to show you how bad Robin is. And what's happening.
Like me personally,
Grab
I think
So
that's
that's
a racing incident upgraded to a warning for it being lap 1. But in whenever you feel like it.
No, I agree.
For whom?
Kieran, number 717.
This 717?
He's very unfortunate. Mank has jumped on the brakes, causing Travis to jump on the brakes, and he's accordioned
Well,
into the
no.
back of it all.
No, that's if you go back, Travis holds his brakes, then he decides, there's nothing going on. He releases and then goes forward and then steps on the brakes heavy.
Yeah.
And that caught Livingston off guard. I would go look at Travis's input and see if he actually accelerated there for a second and then broke. Because if he did, that's what caused it.
Let's get that off there. You can see the inputs. Yeah, brake, 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 brake. Brake some more. Let off. Accelerated.
And he
brakes.
accelerates, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he accelerate or did he just let off and go back
No,
on?
he did accelerate.
No, he
Watch it
accelerated.
again.
He's
Yeah.
fully
Oh, I
accelerated.
wasn't looking.
I'll put it on super slow for you.
Mhm.
Down here. Need the bar to bugger off. Right, there it goes. See? Green. He accelerated
And then he's
for
like,
a
whoop.
moment and then went back on. And then Kieran's gone. So both of them?
I don't think Travis is guilty of anything. I'm sorry.
That's really difficult one, that. It's really difficult.
I just think Travis was just doing what anybody would do there.
Same with Kieran. Kieran was
I
just doing what
disagree.
anybody
I
would do.
would never be back on full throttle right there for that second.
He
I would
wasn't
just
at full.
trail
He wasn't
braking.
at.
He
He
was.
wasn't at full
Steve, watch.
throttle.
Are you serious, Steve?
I think it was just under.
Keep watching.
I think it was just under.
I'm done.
Oh, it's getting off the bar so that the bar doesn't obscure.
Oh, hold on. He's
flat out there.
He's-
That's a
yeah,
video.
he's-
That's a video problem.
he's got a bar at the end, a black bit at the end, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's a replay bug. So that's full power. That is.
Got you.
Power.
So how long did he get back on full power for?
Long enough to make Kieran panic when Travis stepped on the brake then instantly after being full throttle.
Okay, I still think ultimately it always lies that the car behind knocked hit the car in front, but
So Kieran has it perfectly under control right now.
There it is.
There it
Oh, he
is.
didn't
wasn't
quite
full.
get full.
That
He
wasn't
didn't
full.
quite get full, did he?
that's literally a panic no and back off again.
Right, okay. We're creeping up to an hour and 12 minutes. That's a
I don't
warning
even
for
think that's
Kieran.
worthy. I don't even think it's worthy of a warning for either of them. I think that's literally just such light contact.
Racing
Just
incident?
one of those things.
Yes,
Yeah.
but is that
Yeah,
one?
100%,
So
mate.
all racing incidents are graded to a
But it's
warning.
not. Okay.
Yeah?
It's not
Let's
just
go on
not
to the next
aggressive. It's
one.
not. Yep. Next. It's not aggressive to me. So it's two people just judging it ever so slightly differently.
So what are we saying for that?
Nothing. Bumping happened.
Nothing happened.
Yeah. Nothing. Dim.
Dim. Right, now I've lost what car I was on.
Kieran.
Kieran is... I'm going forward. I need to go backwards.
Or Trav. I think they're in the same group, and they.
Mr. Sampson has now become the back of the group. We'll follow along with him.
That was a classic case of knowing what to do when you're getting squeezed and not going off circuit.
Yeah. Shame we don't give out points for applause. For doing it
Got
correctly.
a little round of applause from me, but I fucking hate this straddling the exit, the outside curb on the entry to corners.
It's just nature of the beast at this track, isn't it? Can't see anything. Oh, pretty good. Oh, Travis missed his brakes a bit, but no contacts made. There's racing, but there's respectful racing. Up there, they've already gone to single file. D. And somebody right here. Very front group that looks like they're side by side. This is all very, very good. But I am going to go back a bit, forward a bit, just to see what happened up in front. No, room and respect was given. Oh, I see one. Who's this? Mr. Cooley? No, he didn't touch it.
Yeah, go back for 1 second. Okay, we just lost control of this car for a second.
Yeah.
The guy in the white car.
I think that concludes our lap 1. Oh my god.
Okay.
Do we agree?
Right.
That's the hard drive.
So do you want to?
Hard drive's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just thought I'd ask.
Okay. So shall we start on the actual incident reports?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. First up, car number 72, involved with a 18, lap 6.
Lap 6.
Timestamp 13:20. Going into
It's
the
much
second
easier,
to
isn't
last
it?
turn.
Second to last turn. Okay.
Hit from behind by car 18.
To see it from Rick's view first.
There.
Fucking hell. Murder.
That is murder, death, murder.
We look at it overhead. Or
Give
from
us
the car behind in
chance.
the same.
Give us a chance.
Hurry up!
That's where I was going. Who's it? Mr. Young. Let's go back a bit further. How have they got so close? Good racing is why they've got so close. There's a problem now. I feel they're going to scare everybody into not racing.
That was my problem when we were talking the other day about it.
That is just
Well,
murder.
I think if it's going to scare people into not racing, then they're not good enough to be racing. Because
I was
otherwise,
joking.
it would just make you drive better.
I was joking.
Have a look at the inputs.
I mean, go back
I
there.
don't think we really need to discuss this one.
No, this just completely missed his braking spot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Let's
You
have a look,
pile
let's have a look.
drive the back of another car, I think you're kind of at fault, unless the one in front's brake ridiculously early.
No, Kieran hadn't. No, Ricky hadn't broke ridiculously early. That's not a brake check. That is Mr.
He
Young's
does wait.
fault.
It's
Yeah,
too
he
aggressive.
He does wait.
So he does wait to give the position back. So
Got to deafen for 1 second.
so it looks like a genuine mistake.
Yeah.
So this is car 18.
Car 18, yeah. There's Rick coming back on. So, my thoughts is a TP10, and then it's not lap 1, and he's giving back position, so downgrade to a warning, or do we stay the TP10 because it's absolutely ruined Rick's race?
It can only be a TP10 in my opinion.
Okay.
I agree.
I was just voicing, being
No, I
advocate.
get what you're saying, Gwyn.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you know, he's tried to be a gentleman, which everybody thinks is great, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
But it's just
He's ruined
if you
Rick's race,
sort of,
hasn't he?
if you've gone door handle to door handle and run someone wide and they spun, and you give the place back, you go, do you know what?
You haven't got to explain it to me. I'm the king of
Yeah.
getting rear-end shunted.
Me too.
So in his incident report, Rick also says that handling was an issue. Ended up going from 15th, not 9 places, finished 23rd. So impacting on Rick's race as well.
Yeah, massively.
So I think TP10 is
Extremely relevant.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one.
Anessa, Steenis. Right, let's have a look. So car number 983 and car number 222.
Oh, don't make me look at that for too long.
Lap 12.
Lap 12?
19 minutes 40.
Right, okay, so that's
Okay,
lap
right.
11.
If I let me just go through this report first. This Steve, as ever, has written this very eloquently.
I don't know if you should be reading out.
Okay, right. Yeah, so I'm not going to read any of that.
Let's just watch it.
Uh-huh.
Can we not selectively read out?
That's what I was going to do, but there's nothing to select.
Sorry?
There's nothing to selectively read out either.
No. Yes. The problem with this is we don't want to scare people away from putting in reports. Is that what we're talking about?
That's so aggressive.
So 1940.
Yeah, let's go to that then. 1940.
Lap 12.
Well, it's lap 11.
Yeah.
Has he got the wrong lap then?
222. Yes, contact.
So
That to me is a straightforward TP10 all day long.
yeah, let's break it down.
Can we go on board with
Yeah.
I mean, he's fine to be aggressive where he's being aggressive. He gets in there in time to actually take the position, but then he's responsible for holding his line and leaving Steve room.
I've got to look at one thing.
Can't take Steve's car seriously.
Oh shit. Can we see what I'm doing?
Yeah, but you need to go to the above shot as well to show how much space Steve left.
Yeah, no.
Him.
But like, just for people to realise, this is
he's
still
got the
not.
right to be there.
This is still not an axle overlap.
It's not far off it.
It's not far off it.
I mean,
but we're on the brakes.
Technically to the millimeter, it's not. But we also, in all fairness, what distance from the corner do we actually, for me, when I'm judging it and I'm accusing somebody or being accused, it's like, well, where's the safest point where we both, at this point, I mean, this is a long distance at this point. He still, I think, has another probably 20 yards or so, or 30 yards maybe even, before the rule actually even kicks in. So right now the fight's just beginning.
Well, no, the rule has already kicked in. This is why I've done this, because this is going to come up over and over and over. The overlap is only comes into play once you're in the braking zone.
Oh, we're not in the braking zone yet.
We are.
That's what
both
I'm saying.
of them are on the brakes.
You don't start braking this early in this corner.
Well, these pair, having this specific battle, have started braking.
It doesn't matter if they started braking. That's not the braking zone. Them braking and not being in the braking zone has nothing to do with anything. They're braking that because they're panicking. They don't want to hit each other, maybe. But the braking zone is still much further ahead.
Can you just run it on slowly, Gwen?
The braking zone's about there.
No way.
Just in front of this line.
No way. It's way past that line that we're coming up on right now. That other car in front, he's not even in the braking zone yet.
He is? What's that big bright bar going across there? What are you on about? Get your bifocals on, will you? fucking what?
Nobody breaks at the 100 here. Are you kidding me?
People brake where they're comfortable braking, Roger.
I understand that, but when it goes into
You can
when
apply
is
the brakes without a lot of pressure.
We
So if
go-
you're
go-
running quite open brake ducts, you might want to get on the brakes a little bit earlier and give them more of a squeeze towards the end
that's
of the
all
braking phase.
that's all personal preference. Where is it by
Yeah, but
law
that
on
is
the course?
that they've
There is
braked.
no by law.
They've both braked early, and this one. So if you're saying that the braking zone is wherever you say it is, their braking zone, they're already in it. And the overlap was not achieved, is the point I'm trying to make.
I'm not going to agree with that.
Right, fundamentally, this is why I see this. The Aston Martin, right, Steve's left him enough room. He needed to slow down and take a tighter turn, but he didn't. He carried on with too much speed and hit Steve in the side. End of story.
Exactly. That is the end of the story.
Yes.
Yep.
There's no question.
So
TP10?
carrying too much speed.
Yes.
Carrying too much speed.
Reckless endangerment.
Yeah. Agree.
Reckless.
But that isn't the argument as far as I'm concerned.
But the point I'm trying to make for, who is it? Mr. Brown, if he's going to say,
Chris.
I had the corner.
Well, then he has to keep the corner. He can't cut across into Steve's corner.
But my
That's the
point
rule.
with this braking zone thing is, this is the braking zone for these cars in this incident. Like, we're not having an argument about that in a minute, but I'm trying to explain. Like, he's going to maybe think we've come down too hard on him. No, you never had the overlap before the braking zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Either.
He's
Steve's
now
left him enough space to get around the corner.
Yeah. But, like, this is the whole thing. Like, with other incidents that I'm sure we're going to see, some people drive and think that by positioning their car where they will get the overlap during the braking, because of where they've put their car, they think that entitles them to be in that position to start with. And the only reason that these incidents don't happen is if the person who is being overtaken decides not to turn in. Yeah?
Yeah.
But the decision for this to be an incident or not is already gone from Mr. Brown's. He's already made that point. So now it's Steve's decision to decide on whether this incident is going to happen or not. And that's not right. You do not have entitlement to the apex of the corner just because your car will become an overlap during the braking. That is not how it is.
I can tell you right now, I was penalized past that white line that's ahead of us here, when almost halfway now to the distance to the next turn where somebody just got their tires in front of me and I was penalized for cutting them off into the turn.
Yeah, well, what was that on? LFM or something?
No, it was here.
Oh, well.
It was here and it was at Redbull Ring.
It's not happening on my watch because this is my massive bugbear. This is a massive bugbear for me. People completely interpret this rule completely wrong. Just because you will have the overlap during braking because of how you've positioned your car does not make it right. You've already given up the decision. You've already made the decision that this is either going to be an incident or not, and you can now do nothing to prevent that incident from happening. It's the other person being overtaken.
Well, I mean, the rule, hold on a second, just before you finish this turn. The rule applies to both drivers in that situation. Both of them have to stay in their lane and they have to maintain their control within their lane. So Krish has to maintain that inside.
Yep.
And the car's width on the inside all the way through that turn, not drifting out.
Yep.
And Steve has to maintain his line.
Yep.
He can go out if he wants to.
Yeah.
But they both have to stay within their line. And if they don't, the rule applies to both of them. It doesn't apply to the person, on the who makes the move. It applies to both of them. They both, because the guy on the outside lost his ability to then be able to take any turn he wants to now, because the other guy earned the position to say that I have a lane.
Yeah, I agree with that, and that's why Steve is a little bit wider than he should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the rule.
Yeah, but he's only now in a position where he has to be given room because he stuck his nose up in the inside before the braking zone.
That is racing. That is part of that's why the rule applies. Once their axles are there within the braking zone, and the braking zone at this point is now questionable. So since we're going with this loose braking zone, Krish has a right to his line. Steve has a right to now has to stay on his line, but Krish has a responsibility now to stay on his line through the turn.
Yeah,
He has to
side by
leave
side.
He has to leave Steve that room, and when he starts to go over, it's his fault at that point. He causes the accident.
Okay, kind of what I said in the beginning.
PP10.
Yeah, but it just didn't sound like it wasn't clear.
I was trying to turn it into something for later on. But
No criticism.
Yeah, it's no criticism. It's just that, you might know it, we might know it, but people have to understand that that's how the rules work.
yes.
I'd like to think everybody understands that you should leave enough racing room.
I don't think they
Et cetera, et
understand.
cetera.
I don't think they understand what racing room means. That's
Well,
what I really think.
Okay, in that case, they shouldn't be racing.
I think that what people have to understand is you've got to look at it when you're in that situation is that now you're in a one-lane tunnel. You have to stay in that tunnel
Yes.
through the entire turn. If you drift slightly outside your tunnel, you're in violation. That's it.
I've never
Plain and
violated anybody.
So what's the next one then? Have you got that one down, Mog?
PP10 carrying too much speed into the corner. Yeah, for number 222.
222.
And TP10 for Steve having a pink car.
Oh, it's TB30 all day, isn't it?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, next one is from, I've got a letter here from a young man called Steve Baker. So cars involved Steve and number 906, lap number 16, timestamp 25:45.
See, for me, Steve should be punished more than the pink car for having Dwayne Johnson on his car. For me, that's the punishment.
Who's got Dwayne Johnson on their car?
Steve,
Has he really?
You're gonna make me look at it. You're gonna make me
look
look
on
at it.
each side of the rainbow.
Oh, that's a ban.
If you
He's got the
smell
rock.
what the wife is cooking, look, it's the rock. Right, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
You should be penalized for that 100%.
What corner is it? This final one.
So
He's given us the wrong timestamps again as well.
replay types are 25:45.
Oh wait, no, we haven't got there yet. We haven't got there. It's going to be the same corner again, isn't it? God damn it! People learn how to take corner two
I
at
have to
Redbull
deafen
Ring.
I have to deafen for a minute. I got 4 commercials that they're waiting on. I will be right back.
He's just outbreaked himself. Now this is, see, this is what I was alluding to with the previous conversation. I kind of jumped the gun. Steve has avoided the incident.
So that's a dive bomb, isn't it?
It's a dive bomb, but really it looks to me like he's just missed his braking.
That's a racing incident, to be honest.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the point now, because I've had a conversation about this with other people, yeah? That would have been an incident if Steve hadn't pulled out of it. And Steve loses the position for it as well. So I think that should be a TP10. Because even though there is no contact,
Yes, you're right.
Steve
Yeah,
would
Steve's
keep
done
his
it.
position. No, Steve would have forced an incident. He's avoided the incident from happening, but he's lost the position.
Yeah.
Get what I'm
So
saying?
he's W. He's been mugged W, hasn't he?
Yeah. So he's missed his braking, or he's just braked. Everybody's braked earlier than he thought. Steve's pulled out of it to avoid the contact, and now Steve's lost a position. And he's not lifted to give the position back.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with these in a way, because I just think.
But
He
he
sent
knows
it.
that he outbraked himself, and he knows that
Well,
he had
he-
to take avoided action to get out of.
In a way, that to me is kind of sending it and waiting for the other person to give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit on the fence on this one, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
What do you mean on the fence?
I just think he's got like, it's really aggressive,
Yeah.
but he bullied Steve out of the way. And it was a kind of, there you go,
If-
mate, I'm coming
but if-
past.
But if Steve hadn't moved, then that would have been
Right,
a much
okay.
bigger incident.
I agree what you're saying there, but watch what I was on about last time. Right? To be entitled to the inside of this corner, yeah, while overtaking Steve, he needs to have an axle overlap in the braking zone. Now, there's no arguing we're in the braking zone on this one, because I know the braking zone is roughly the white line down here. So we are deep in the braking zone, and we are 2-3 car lengths away.
Yep.
This car that we're on board with, Mr. Hoogland, has no right to that apex.
No, but he sends it and does it.
Pardon?
He sends it.
Yeah.
And does it. It's not like he goes tearing off off like straight on now. He
Yeah.
actually makes the corner.
Yeah.
So to a degree, I feel like it was extremely aggressive, and you know, to be honest, it'd be better if we didn't have stuff like that. But you know, he bullied Steve out of the way.
Yeah, he's bullied Steve out the way by using an illegal move. This is what I was saying with Roger. If you've got, if you gain the overlap in the braking zone by putting your car in a position on the inside that isn't the overlap before the braking zone, and that's not. I don't think that's right.
I think if he surrendered the position as well at this point before getting to the next corner.
Yeah, that's all he had to do was lift and let Steve have this apex and then recommence racing.
Yeah.
But he's gone, I've sent it, I bullied Steve out of it, and I'm keeping the position. Do you get what I mean, Steve?
I do get what you're saying, but there's part of me that's saying he pulled off an aggressive move.
He's pulled off an illegal aggressive move. This is my point. You have to have the overlap before the braking zone.
If they've made contact, I'd be agreeing with you.
Yeah, but they only didn't make contact because Steve pulled out of it.
Yeah.
Steve had the right to that apex, which would have been an incident. Yeah?
I think it's very aggressive, and Steve, it was Steve that avoided the incident. But I think if Robin had,
like I was saying on the last one.
But if Robin had given up the position more kind of obviously on this next straight, then I'd say that's a racing incident. I think. Oh, I don't know. It's difficult.
I think that's a TP10 because these are the types of maneuvers I hate seeing. You can say, like, you know, it's an aggressive move or whatever, but like if he was on his back bumper and then he did it, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. But he's 3 car lengths out.
Or did he like just miss his braking point?
Again, did he miss his braking point? But again, that is still not Steve's fault.
That's a false end. No, I agree, but I kind of look at it and think there was no contact.
Again, only because Steve pulled out of it.
Yeah, but and I get that, but that makes, in my mind, that just makes Steve a better driver.
Yeah, but what are you saying then? Do you think Steve should have stayed on the apex and took the incident for this to not be a TP10 for Mr. Hoogland?
How do you give somebody a penalty when nothing's happened? That's
well,
my
he's
issue.
gained a position illegally. That's what he's done.
He's overtaken someone.
Yeah, with an illegal overtake. Like, we'd be talking about incidents and damage and both of them going down 3, 4, 5, 6 positions if Steve hadn't done what he'd done.
Yeah, but at the same time, man, that didn't happen. So, like, within the context specifically of this incident, then like my only issue is that he should have been surrendering that place here much more obviously,
Yeah.
then I'd say no problem. But I can completely see
Go
both
back.
sides of this.
Go back. No. To that turn 4.
To here.
Yeah. Oh, neck and neck, same sort of speed.
Yeah.
So are you going to say that it's Steve now squeezing? I get if Steve did, because I'd be quite grumpy about the move before.
I'm very impressed with Steve not taking any kind of retaliation there.
I think Steve just thought he's too aggressive, I don't want to race him.
Yeah.
Which now, having looked at that second incident, you've now got to say to yourself, are people going to be put off by people that are too aggressive? That's the point that you want to start looking at when you start adding one incident to the other. And think, okay, I was prepared to say, from my personal point of view, the first one, he kind of
Yeah, but the first
took
one's
a
a different
chance.
person.
The first ones, he took a chance. It was very aggressive. He wasn't alongside. He was nowhere near him, but he pulled the move off because Steve went, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
I'll steer clear. But then when the same thing happens at the next corner, and you've still got this same "I'm sticking here" end of story, to the point that Steve has to then go, right, I'll let you go.
Yeah, but
then it's not right.
Yeah, I know, but the offending cars are two different cars. The last incident was.
Oh, sorry.
Mr.
Sorry. I thought they were saying.
No, it was
Krish.
Krish Brown in the Aston Martin. So this is it. Right? Yeah, I get what you're saying there, but the previous one was a different person. Everybody's just sending it on Steve on turn 2.
I think
again, which is why I think Steve's done very well. You know, do not turn in on anybody here.
I think maybe,
and I think that needs to be applauded. With Mr. Hoover at a TP10.
Go back to the beginning of that because I wasn't in here with the beginning. Let me just see.
We were on an hour and 42.
Yeah.
Let me just see his move because I think you may be calling things that are not you're calling way too early. They're legal moves, and I want to see.
You think this is a legal overtake, do you?
No, I don't know yet. No, definitely not there. Not even.
This is the one that I was talking about.
Yeah, definitely not. You can't do that. You can't do that.
He did.
maybe a warning.
There you go.
What about a warning?
I'm all right with the warning because there nothing happened.
I think it's a TP10.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna come down on warning. Steve, you're with the warning. Gwyn is TP10. Rog.
Let me see it in real time. Not slow motion.
Let me just put. There's the braking zone. Like, I know we had an argument on the last time about where the braking zone is. Yeah? There's 3 car lengths. Like, he's got no right to the apex of this corner whatsoever.
No, not even. They're not even close. He'd have to be like in an LMP DH in order to get up there faster than Steve can even get close to that.
So the next part, that is an incident already made. This guy we're on board with has caused an incident if Steve doesn't do what he does.
It's just reckless driving.
He might have missed his braking point, but he then doesn't give the place back.
Yeah,
he didn't miss
this part.
He didn't miss his breaking point. He saw an opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think. But he still did it.
Yeah.
He still pulled the move
this
off.
part here
was lift.
Should be
down
backing
that
off.
straight.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I think that should be a TP10. These guys are saying it's not because there's no contact, and I think that there's no contact because of what Steve did.
Agreed.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think I'm not even keeping Steve in the equation on this. That's just reckless driving.
Okay.
It's having no concern for the guy you're racing with.
Yes, this is the point I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I think I would agree with the penalty on that one.
Which penalty?
the one that he called for. I mean, all there is the TP10. I don't think it's a warning. I think we got to be penalized. That's
Okay.
reckless driving.
I'm going to come down with TP10 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So overly, I think that not like giving enough respect to other people
Yeah,
was the argument there for me.
that is why I'm, as staunch about it as I am.
Yeah, for me, it would have been an acceptable move if stop right now.
Sorry.
The third white line back there, if Steve is next to him and he decided to, you know what, I'm going to brake really late and I'm going to lunge inside there. Way back here, if Steve was right next to him right here,
Yeah.
I'm totally for it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like
Yeah.
you can
Okay,
argue
so-
about braking zones and overlaps and whatever, but there's no argument there. That's 2, maybe 3 car lengths.
Exactly. But as far as I'm concerned, where Steve is right now is at that point where you start getting into your braking.
Yeah.
To go make this turn aggressively.
Steve has every right to that
Properly.
apex, and by not going to the apex.
100%.
Okay, so
And then
overly-
if this guy did miss his braking point, then he should have just backed off here and let Steve go back by and then
Exactly.
fought him in the next.
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he missed his braking spot. Just back off here, give him the position back. And if you want to argue about the overlap, maybe he thinks he's given Steve the position back.
Well, he didn't.
That is not giving back the position. All right, you haven't got the axle overlap, but to give Steve the position back there, you need to slip back in behind him so that he's got free rein to go for the apex on the next corner. He didn't.
No, he didn't.
Yeah? All happy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I put overly aggressive overtake position or handed back TP10.
Yes.
Okay. It's a difficult one. I think it's not giving the position back out on the straight there. I would have been okay otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, then he
Okay.
could have at least, if nothing else, used the excuse that he missed his braking point, even though I wouldn't agree with it.
Yeah.
At least he could have argued it.
This is it. I'm trying to, do devil's advocate for both parties.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
stop looking at that pink mobile.
Right. Next one. Rick again. Hang on. We've done this one, haven't we? Going into the second last turn, car 18 hit me from behind. Oh, we've done this.
Yeah, we've done that one.
Okay then. Set 2.
That's it then, is it?
That's it for Redbull Ring.
There you go
Fuck
then.
for that.
Thank God.
Thank God. What people don't understand is that's about 3 hours, 4 hours work for us. This video is an hour and 47 to this point, and the one that we lost was an hour and 47.
And the one that we lost had a lot of good arguments.
Well, I don't know if they were good, but yeah, there was lots of arguments. There was lots of good
They were
learning.
good.
There was lots of good learning.
They were good because they were all valid, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody was necessarily wrong. We
No.
all were right in our own way.
Yeah. I'm upset that it didn't go out because I
Except
actually
Steve.
bowed in on 2 arguments on that one. Whereas it just seems like I want to keep arguing to win an argument, but that's not the case. On the first video, I changed my mind on decisions. Just putting that out there for the viewers, not thinking that, I'm being a megalomaniac and refusing to give in. So if I
there's an understandable hardcore stance that has to be taken on certain things, but then at the same time, we always have that little but that we at least have to discuss, and sometimes through that conversation it eases it just a tiny bit.
Yep. Happy?
Aye.
Right.
I've never been happy in my life.
There you go then, guys. There's your stewards meeting, all hour and 50 of it for the Red Bull Ring. We shall hopefully see you soon for Steve's favourite track on ACC, Laguna Seca.
What a shithole.
Hey.
Bye. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. There you go. I stopped recording.
So do you want to set a date for this Laguna Seca meeting now, dude?
We're not doing it now.
No, are we doing it now? Because
It's,
I thought
if
we
we
were
are,
trying to.
if we are, I need to make some
tea.
tea.
I just about to say I've jumped everybody's bones and dragged them into this really
I'm
quickly.
quite happy to carry on.
I'm happy to do it this evening, but
I'm happy to go on.
Mog needs food. B, I need
No,
to go to the
no,
toilet.
I need
He
a
said
cup of
tea.
tea. Cup of tea.
A cup of tea. I wouldn't mind a cup of tea as well. Okay, should we?
Well, I've only got chai, so is that all right?
Yeah.
Can I have chai?
Do you want to reconvene?
No,
I was just about to say.
just go get your
15
chai.
minutes.
Go get your tea. Me
Yeah.
and Steve will sit here and argue for a little while till
Let
you
me
guys get back.
finish what I was
Right,
going to
cool.
say. Who's the
Fucking hell,
megalomaniac
boys.
now?
Yeah, Steve.
It's still you, man. It's still you, Grin.
All I'm going to